Hey YouTube, Fighting Nimbus here, of Team 12, bringing you another Dragon Ball Super video. Today we'll be discussing the brand new portraits of the Gods of Destruction. I'll be going over each one, going a little bit in depth on the ones we have information on, and making some predictions about others. Alright, let's get started. We'll start with universe number 1, and the God of Destruction is... this guy. Is he the oldest? Is he the strongest? I'm not really sure. Akira is literally impossible to predict, but this guy's very small. He's got the same eyes as Zeno. I don't know if that means anything. Probably not. Just animation style. And he's got the t-shirt under the armor, whatever you want to call that thing around his neck. Kind of like the God of Destruction of Universe 11? I'm not sure. We'll get there. And moving on to number 2. Alright, I'm more interested in this character than Universe 1 God of Destruction. We really don't know much about her yet, like any of the gods besides Beerus and Champa. She looks like a good character, and I'm interested in learning more about her. Moving on to the next. Now, this God of Destruction was very interesting to me because we were previously introduced to the living robot race in the 7-6 tournament arc. Now, this guy's very strange to me. It looks a lot like there's somebody inside there. The tummy, you see that circular thing? It looks like there's like peephole so someone can look through there or something like that. And the top of the head looks like a like a webcam coming out of the front of it. I'm interested. It looks more like a suit than a robot, but we'll see. Moving on to the next. This god, he's a Mighty Mouse type of guy. You know, smaller, might be stronger. I'm not really sure here, but he's got green on his vest, and let's move on to the next. This one is very strange. He's very pruny, very strange looking. I sense some wisdom. Again, we're gonna just have to find out, but he's got the yellow on his vest. Alright, we know a lot about Champa, the fatter version of Beerus. I'd probably predict he's the weakest of all the gods, but we're gonna have to find out. Beerus, my personal favorite. He's Goku's ally and friend now at this point, and they're gonna work together as much as possible to try and keep their universe from living, or from being destroyed. This is going to be very interesting how they work together. Beerus is clearly pissed at Goku, trying to hold him accountable, and we're going to have to train together now. So it'll be interesting to see if he helps Goku find a new form or something along those lines. Moving on. Now this is the 8th Universe God of Destruction. My personal new favorite. He looks like a badass. Hopefully he's something like Kurama, but again, just because he looks badass never really means that he is, but I really hope we get some development on this character and get some respectable screen time. Now the next. Now this, it's kind of weird as we get further into the gods. I feel like they get more and more important to the story. This guy actually is front and center. He's got his face in the corner of the screen as the title sequence is happening. I think he could be pretty important based on that alone. He also did get introduced. He was one of the first new Gods of Destruction we were introduced to, and it was interesting because all these Fox fighters that are fighting with Goku, Gohan, and Buu right now are from his universe, and his Kai seemed kind of like a dick. So he might have the opposite personality, even though he looks like he might be a dick too. Again, we're sure to find out more about this character in the upcoming episode since he's battling our universe right now. Moving on to 10. The God of Destruction from Universe 10. He also has a corner shot in front of all the other Gods of Destruction in the opening sequence. So this really, he could be a really important character. Goku Black Zamasu never actually defeated him. He killed the Kai, which defeats the Gods of Destruction. He just knew the loophole to kill all these super powerful beings to take over the universe pretty much. As far as the other fighters, I don't know, we can get into that another time, but this guy looks pretty badass, and again, we're just gonna have to find out. Moving on to Universe 11, the Clown God. Now, again, he might be extremely important. He was the only god up there that actually had one of his students or someone he's training up there with him, besides Goku and Universe 9, because they were fighting against Boo, Gohan, and Goku. This guy could be really special. He could be nothing. He looks like a badass. I'm really excited to see him in action, but his vest actually is red and blue, so he might be a step above everyone. I know Whis was saying there's 5 people stronger than him, or the 5 strongest fighters. He might 100% be that, because the actual villain that Goku is fighting for most of the tournament is the guy in the black hood standing next to him, which means he probably has a strong sensei, and my guess is it's this guy. Alright, moving on to 12. 12 is obviously our team number, Team 12. This guy just looks crazy strong and crazy cool. I really hope that he is. He looks kind of like a Zora or some Murloc thing from World of Warcraft, but he's gonna be cool. I hope that he is really cool and strong. You never know. Well, but hopefully next episode we learn a little bit more about all of these Gods of Destruction's personalities, and I really am excited to see how they mesh with each other and how Goku meshes with them too. I bet he can identify the strongest ones pretty quickly. I'll end by saying I think the strongest one will, it's not Beerus. I want it to be Beerus, but it'll probably be the Clown. I think the Clown will be the strongest one of the series. Not the series, but this arc. I really wanted it to be the Fox, but I think the Clown will ultimately be the strongest. I think the weakest of the bunch will be this robot guy, or guy in suit. We'll really see, because if it was actually the guy in the suit that was the strongest, I'd feel like he would be wearing one of the vests, not the robot that, or the suit that he's in. I'm just really excited to see what happens, and I'll be following you guys through this whole thing, making predictions and reviewing episodes. Have a good one. Team 12 out.